我是莱斯莉。最近呢，作为一名咨询顾问开始工作了，所以今天就想跟大家分享一下我的 consulting 求职经验。接下来的板块呢，就是 How to prepare for consulting interview。我们该怎样去准备咨询的面试？可能有些小伙伴听到过，他咨询呢会用一些比较特殊的方法去筛选人，比如说是 case interview 案例面试。那通常我所经历的咨询行业的面试主要是分为两个大的部分。第一个的话呢，就是 case interview 案例面试，还有另外一个方面就是 behavioral 行为面试。形式可以多种多样，线上线下。PPT 展示、现场临场反应、合伙人谈话、商业模拟分析等等等等，但是万变不离其宗，它最终是要考察你的分析应变能力，探索你跟公司跟这个团队的匹配度。In terms of the case interview, I think the most important part is to always take advantage of the available information. And to dig deeper, ask questions for additional information, and then focus on the most important part to give a solution to our clients. That's why I think a structured approach is the key in a case interview. Be concise, be effective, and be professional. Be concise means that you use simple language to explain your points. You don't need a lot of words, just explain one thing. Because the time is really constrained, it's limited, you only have a fair short amount of time to show your points and explain your logic. In terms of being effective in communicating your data, communicating your thoughts, and delivering your solution. You should quickly respond to what your interviewer said, work with ambiguity, try your best to use the available information, and be professional throughout the whole interview. In terms of the practice resources, you don't really get a lot of opportunities or chances from like real company interviews for the case, but you can utilize all the online free resources that you have. For example, a big part that I use for my practice is the casebook from different business schools. Most of the well-known business schools, they have their own casebook. For example, like my favorite, Darden, Kellogg, Fuqua, Harvard. All these business schools have their own casebook and you can just download it online. Try to find the latest version possible because the newest case can always have a good representation of what the current case interview like. Apart from the casebook, there are so many websites that provides interactive case interview or like case training. You just type case interview coaching or case interview resources. There will be a bunch of websites that's really good to use. A large part of my preparation is also about mock interview. So why mock interview is different from just practicing the questions is because it's also a way to interact with the interviewer or like your possible future managers or your colleagues to show that you have this communicating ability, you are a people person, and you can work well in the real working situations. So that's why I highly recommend you have your classmates or mentors or like club members to help you mock this interview. Or you can also email me at lesliezh01@gmail.com to find that if I have any available coaching sessions to help you mock your interview. Some of the typical cases include profitability, market sizing, growth strategy, M&A. My suggestion would be to start with a few easier cases and then get mock interview with your friends for some medium difficulty cases and then go back to more difficult parts for you to explore. Okay, now comes to the behavioral questions. If you have been already interviewed for a few companies, you will get questions like, tell me about a time you solved a problem with a team. Tell me about a time you used data analysis skill to solve a problem. Or tell me about a time you face a really difficult colleague. These are all typical behavioral questions that you can get in your interview. So my first biggest suggestion would be that due diligence before the interview. Try to find as much as possible about the company, the team, their projects, the position that you are applying for specifically. This not only shows your passion in the interview, like I can talk a lot about the firm, talk a lot about the position. It also helps you to really align your experiences with what they are looking for in a candidate. This shows your strong willingness to learn and also shows that you are genuinely interested in this firm. Second suggestion, always read the room. Sometimes you need to really hype up, and sometimes you need to be calm and slower down, controlling the speed, and it all depends on what your interviewer's style. So some of them may be really passionate, then you should be passionate as well. Some of them are like really calm. You should be calm as well, but also be a little bit more passionate than them. Sometimes you will face like more junior level interviewers, sometimes more senior, sometimes more partner level. So you should kind of behave a little bit differently when you are talking to different people at different positions. When talking to a partner, they really wanted to know, like, in your early career, why you're interested in this firm. And when talking to senior level, like senior managers, they are trying to see that if you are good for this position. And for more junior level, maybe they care more about, like, are you aligned with the company style, company culture, or can you work well with us in the future? And lastly, just be natural. So some of my friends even, they prepare a lot of like transcript before the interview, but I would say that it's really hard to keep natural if you are just reading your script. So I would say be natural. Active listening. Active listening means that you not only listen or take what your interviewer said, but also actively echoing their points and to respond directly to their points. 希望今天的视频对大家有所帮助。我是莱斯莉，我们下期再见。